You might remember that little Korean movie about the Ninja Turtles going inside a GoBot power suit to fight evil splinters. Well, they also made single figures based on that wonderful tale. So yeah, this is one of the Our Friend Power 5 Ninja Turtles that originally came in the GoBot power suit, just without the GoBot power suit or the other turtles. I suppose this was a bit of a budget release for people who didn't want to buy the giant set that contained the mech suit with the turtles. We got that same weird picture of Michelangelo with two of Donatello's bow staffs on the card back, though this is slightly different than the one that's on the box. This one actually straight up has the 87 Ninja Turtles logo on it too, and then a sticker with the Korean version of the logo. It's kind of weird how they place this, so it's covering up a bunch of Teenage Mutant Ninja, so all we've got is Teenage Muta. We also have the line, "Get the good, the bad, and the accessories," which is straight from the card backs of the original 87 Playmates figures. And just below that, we've got stolen pictures of the Playmates Raphael and Michelangelo figures. Over on the side here, we've got a kind of messed up version of the Ninja Turtles origin story. Birth of a ninja. A boy carries a pet turtle in a fishbowl and then drops the fishbowl into a very dirty underground city with a strong stench. Splinter was living alone. Splinter, who lived alone without friends, took care of the poor turtle. I hate Splinter. Then one day, Schrader's gang poured poisonous poison over the Splinter in an attempt to kill the Splinter. Wow, poisonous poison. It's amazing that didn't kill the Splinter. Future note here, it says Sprinter, not Splinter. Apparently I was just trying to make it more correct in my head. The Splinter and the Tortoise both drank the poison, but the tortoises turned into grotesque turtles with strong power, and the Splinter became poisoned by the poison and turned into a rat with a big face. I hate Splinter! I think this is what the origin story really should be. Splinter started teaching ninja martial arts to the Turtles in order to defeat villain Schrader. Eventually, they overcame the tough ninja martial arts training and became powerful Ninja Turtles, fighting while inflicting fatal blows on the villain Schrader's gang. What a jerk that Schrader is. I can't believe he tried to kill the Splinter with poisonous poison. And I'm glad we now know how grotesque the turtles are. Oh, and you'll never guess what it said below Raphael and Michelangelo. It said, Raphael and Michelangelo. Whoa! Down below the figures in the blue, we've got indication according to the Industrial Products Quality Control Act. 1. Product name, Ninja Turtle. 2. Age of use, 5 years old or older. Article 3, source, Popeye Science. 4. Address and phone number. Do not put in mouth. And above the Popeye Toys logo in Korean, it apparently says Popeye Science, which is the company name in Korean. I guess it's just one of those things that sounds weirder translated. This blue stylized text was too off for Google Translate to pick up, but Ed Glazer figured out it was the Korean text for Ninja Turtle, so that makes sense. This is a classic bootleg, and unfortunately the bubble on the card has gotten a bit grungy with age. It is at least stapled to the card though, so it'll be easier to remove without damaging it. But yeah, the back of the card is absolutely nothing, so that's kinda boring. The artwork of the sewer on the card back behind the figure is actually pretty cool looking. This figure apparently doesn't really know though if it wants to be Raphael or Donatello though. And even the knee pads on this figure aren't consistent. One of them I guess is red, though it kind of looks a bit pink, and then the other one is purple. He's got the red Raphael headband, but again, the arms are all purpled up like he's supposed to be Donatello. Also, it's kind of odd how the head and torso are a light green, and then the arms and legs are a dark green. I guess the arms and legs at least match his shell? The hands are way too tight, so it's almost impossible to get him to hold the weapons he came with. And I guess the one that's closest to making any kind of sense is the bow staff, since he at least has some purple on him. The other one, though, is of course a sword, and there's no blue on this Rafatello. I don't know what that weird blotch on his plastering is either. Maybe it's from drinking so much poisonous poison. Now the figure that came in the single pack is the most accurate looking Our Friend Power 5 Ninja Turtle I have, since he's all green at least. Because, you know, the ones from the set have random weird bright colored limbs. These ones also all had purple and blue headbands, so I guess I just need an orange one and then I'll have all Our Friend Power 5 Ninja Turtles. Well, I mean, besides the fact that there were 5 turtles in Power 5, I guess we'll just consider the 5th one Kirby and all that. Even though this figure is kind of using a downscaled Donatello head, they only painted the teeth on the right side, which is kind of like Michelangelo's head, so I guess that's the closest he gets to any representation in Our Friend Power 5. Well, I guess you could also sort of count the figure with orange limbs as kind of being Mikey. It's at least Donatangelo. Don't like the feel of that. So it's kind of interesting with this release that there's no actual mention of the movie Our Friend Power 5 at all. Not even the movie description like on the giant set I got. Pretty sure Popeye Toys or Popeye Science were just trying to shift what their turtle toys were for at this point, as proper TMNT must have been becoming more well-known in South Korea at this point, so it's like, yeah, these were always Ninja Turtles figures. What's Power 5? Never heard of it. When you take away all the more ridiculous elements from the Power 5 set and are just left with a lower quality turtle, it does leave a bit to be desired. I mean, it's got limbs that have a mismatched color compared to the body like the rest of the Power 5 turtles, but those feel like an odd stylistic choice, where here it just feels lazy. The articulation feels really bad too, like you're about to snap the limb off when you try and move it, and it gives a horrible creaking noise. The figure's mold is just very sloppily done too, with a bunch of plastic runoff on the arms, and they really didn't try to make weapons that would actually fit their already existing turtle mold. 6. It's interesting to see the kind of transition of the TMNT bootlegs made for the knockoff movie Our Friend Power 5 change into just more of a standard Ninja Turtle KO toy. But unfortunately, that does strip it of most of the creative elements that used to be there. 3. This is still a weird addition to the Power 5 toy line, I guess we'll call it. It's very interesting to me, all the associated products that were made for this thing and all the variations Popeye Toys / Science made of these figures. Popeye was also wildly inconsistent about their company name, as they also like to be called PC Toys or just PC. 8. The card is kinda chaotic, but I do like it. It is pretty funny though that it has 4 variations of the TMNT branding on it. First we have the stylized blue text saying Ninja Turtles in Korean, then we have the English 87 logo, we then have it saying Teenage Mutant under that, which is partly covered up by a sticker of the Korean version of the 87 logo. The Poisonous Poison version of the origin story was wonderful. I like the sewer backdrop, though it is a bit dark, and the kinda random Playmates figures of Mikey and Raph being on the side for no real reason, with the slogan from the back of the Playmates cards also being there. 7. On its own, it's just an undersized turtle, and Our Friend Power 5 is much better than Our Enemy Underpowered 1. It's also kind of funny that the branding around this figure has removed any element of Power 5, but this toy is a better representation of the actual turtle costumes from that movie, so it has that. 6. And the bootleg zones overall is 8. Really, the main interest with this figure is its connection to Our Friend Power 5, and it being another way Popeye tried to sell these things.
I've got a wonderful plan, Krang, to finally kill my old rival, Amato Yoshi. Oh, wonderful, Saki. Tell me all about it. Well, I'm going to dump this poison all over him. Oh, I do hope that's poisonous poison. Of course it's poisonous poison, Krang. What other kind of poison is there?
Well, I do believe Mario has switched to diet poison. I mean, look at that trim figure.
Why is Mario here? That's a total non sequitur, Krang. I hate that.
Oh, shut up. Just go drop the poison.
Eat shit, Hamato Yoshi. I tell you, my sons, there sure is nothing better than drinking a lot of poisonous poison.
Yeah, Master, did you even notice? You used to be a human. You turned into a rat after you started drinking all that poison.
Oh, when did that happen?
Like a week ago?
Oh, well, I don't care. I'd rather die than give up poisonous poison.
You know, Master, I think drinking poison kind of stunted our growth. Yeah, and it gave my brothers weird limb colors.
Are you seriously still bugging me about this? I've had enough of you annoying turtles bugging me. I'm joining up with my fellow splinters to destroy you all.
Hey, don't worry about me, Master. I turned out absolutely fine. I'm on your side.
Great. We have already lost then.
Rude.
I was kind of expecting you to start fighting me with your turtles, Yoshi. What's the holdup? Oh, Saki. Actually, come to think of it, I could go for drinking some sake. You guys for that?
Yeah, let's go.
Well, that's just rude. Oh!
Do we fight him? I don't know. We don't have any GoBot power suits around to help us, so I don't want to.
Shut up, you guys. We've got to do something. Yeah? What?
Wow. Look at the TV. It flashes.
You all suck, you know that?